Good morning, everyone. I have just a few minutes to do this video. I am going to probably try to do another video today and show you what I'm up to. It's still cool out. It's early morning. I have to move chickens today, which means I have to get up there and clean one of my stalls up there for my six. My three giant Jersey Giants and my three Sapphire Gems. They are coming out of the playpen in the little building, and that's going to hurt them. Not only that, but I have the six in a tote that didn't get along very well with the other ones, so I'm going to try to put them in that playpen, get those six moved, get something set up in there just in case it starts getting cold again for them. Oh, so I've got to do that because they're going to get hurt. Last night I walked in there and one of the little Jersey Giants was on the floor, and she came to me and I put her back over and she was very happy. But this morning I went up and two of the Sapphire Gems and one of the Jersey Giants were roosted on top of that playpen. I mean, that's just welded wire. Well, it's a pretty thick gauge welded wire, but still, it's so tiny. I don't know how they held on that long. So I very gently took them off. Something with chickens that I have learned, you know what? I'm going to take my sunglasses off, even though this is going to put me into a headache. Something I have learned about chickens is just don't panic with them. Kind of flow with their movement, counteract a movement, and you can pretty much corral them wherever you want to. Or if you start raising them, you just get them used to them hands coming around them, and you give them treats with your hands. Now, something I've noticed about the little Sapphire Gems and the Jersey Giants is they are not, they like to peck me to see if I have food, I guess. But it hurts a little bit. But I love them. Those six are just absolutely beautiful, gorgeous young birds. And once I get them moved in their new place, I'll show you that. My barn is an absolute disaster. After my accident, I have not been able to super clean. And we had some leaks coming in, and then there's food, and it's just a total disaster area. So I am going to go and finish off that one just so I can get them in. I got to take up some DE. I went ahead and bought some bedding yesterday so that way I can do all of them. I'm going to move some older chickens around. I don't know what I'm going to do with Judas. I talked to someone yesterday and they told me how to break his neck. I don't know if I can do this or not. After I shot Odin, the rooster that attacked me, taking that bird's life just for doing what he was doing was hard. Now, Judas is a little different. I go in to get his water buckets that he spills every single day. I use a metal garbage can lid like a gladiator. It's like my shield. I'm like a shield maiden up there in my chicken barn. And he hit it so hard one day that he bent it backwards. I'm holding it by the handle. He bent it backwards on both sides, both feet, just... So anyway, this girl explained to me how to break his neck very easy and painlessly and, with a lot of force, but to do the job, it's going to be so difficult to do, but I need that space. And there was a guy that was supposed to come and get him. He never came back. He's never called. And, if he decides he wants a rooster later on, I'm going to have plenty out of the ones that I hatched. And they're going to be hand hatched and they're going to be tamer anyway. More tame. Tamer, more tame. English, Je parle français un tout petit peu. Très bien. Okay, so that's like my big chore for the day is to get those six in a nice, clean, set up stall. We'll see how that goes. I need to get on it right away because I am so afraid they're going to get hurt getting up on that and coming off and God knows what. It just terrifies me that someone's going to get hurt up there. Okay, so that's my huge thing. Now, what else I'm going to do is I'm going to be planting seeds. I'm going to be trying to transplant some of those pathetic plants that I got. I want to get my greenhouse up and going. I want to plant the buckets. I want to get some dirt moved around, but very slow, very small amounts at a time because my head is not feeling well today. So I'm going to get that done. I am going to try to do at least one preserve tonight. I have 6 pints, and I'm trying to decide what I want to use in those 6 pints. Do I want to do my dilly beans and pickles, or do I want to go ahead and make some pineapple preserves? I think that really sounds good. I have ended up with 4 large gallon-sized bags of pineapple. If I can move stuff around, I can freeze a few of it so I can do it later, but I don't know exactly how many is going to be 6 pints or 6 jelly jar or 6 pints. It's pints. And I'm thinking probably 2 bags would fill those pint jars, not jelly jars, pint jars. But I figured you could use it for like an ice cream topping, or, you know, for a brunch or something like that, a little bigger of a jar. And I'm going to do it. Okay, so I've talked myself into doing the pineapples versus the dilly beans. I don't know. Maybe I'll do 1 bag of pineapple, see how much it makes, and then I don't know. I need to just go dig out some jars and just do it all. See, there's so much to do. How do you get by? How do you do it? Because I do like to do small amounts at a time. It's just easier. And I'm trying to get the husband and the dogs used to me doing that as my last thing of the day, because it is going to be hot, you know, boiling and all of that on the stove. So in the evening would be the best time to do it. You know, I don't use my summer kitchen as a summer kitchen. It's a storage shed right now. And it's ridiculous. Something I didn't write down that I need to do is get my hummingbird feeders out and ready. I do have plenty of nectar. I'm not going to get into my sugar, but I do have a bunch of nectar that I have collected in the past 2 or 3 years, and I'm sure it's good. That I got for like, you know, a penny or 10 cents, you know, a package, doing clearance seasonal sales. So I've got plenty of that, and I'm just going to use that up this year. Like I said, I don't want to use my sugar up. I don't know how the prices are, but I was told that if you need sugar, Rural King is going to be your best price for sugar. They are probably in the 8 or 10 pound bags, and I'm pretty sure I remember them being a good price. Rural King also has the best price for vinegar, unless you buy crushed bottles like I do, if you saw my last video. My husband asked me, he's like, what are those out there? I said, it's vinegar. He's like, for our laundry? Sure. He was like, I was like, it's okay. I've got a 5-gallon bucket with a lid, and we'll pour it in there, and I'll put a little scooper or a measuring cup or something out there so you can dip it to your laundry. So he's going to use it for laundry. That's fine. I really screwed up when I told him that if he used a little vinegar, he could get rid of like a lot more of the smell in his clothes and stuff, because we smell like oil, or cutting oil, old cutting oil, every day when we come home from work. And a little bit of vinegar with the other stuff that he uses in his laundry, it works. But he uses more than he needs. Same way with laundry detergent, fabric softener, and so on and so forth. But being a couponer, you know, I've got quite a bit stocked up. And he's like, well, we got all of this. And I'm like, yeah, but don't use it all up. But anyway, so I've got him stuck on using vinegar in the laundry, which is great, because he smells good. His clothes do. Some of the other chores I need to do today, I've already started my laundry. I've got the clean dishes put away. I'm getting ready to start all the dirty dishes, so that way everything's ready. I'm going to be making beef fajitas today. I thawed out a roast, but I'm just going to cut some of that meat. I'm going to like marinate it for a couple of hours. I've got peppers and onions, and I'm going to make a side of like grilled or sauteed vegetables. And then that's going to be my dinner. I have gained so much weight in the past 3 weeks. Remember, I did a video where I said I ate all those donuts before I got home. Well, I've been on a donut, pie, and cake kick since the weather went back down, and I've gained a little weight. So we're going to have to get back on that fruit. We're about out of oranges, so I'm thinking, tomorrow when I'm out, I've got an appointment at 1 o'clock, and I'll go and see if I can find us some oranges. The little ones. Oh, my eyes. Anyway, so we got that to do. I need to sweep the floor where I let the girls tear up some paper. I was looking through some of my stuff, and I found like I think it's a makeup bag. I mean, it's pretty big. And it had some of that paper in it. So they came into the bathroom, and I handed each one a little bit of it just to get them out of my hair. And they've got it everywhere in the living room, through the kitchen. So I need to sweep that up today. I'll probably wait till the husband goes to work for that one. I need to get an outfit ready for tomorrow. I need to get my material that I want to talk about at the meeting I'm going to. I want to get that ready to go. So I've got some of that to do. Oh, I need to make a nesting box. Oh, and I do have a chicken update on my Brahma hen. I've named her Elizabeth. She had a name that was a white name, but I can't remember which one it was. And I decided to name her Elizabeth. She is going to be the Virgin Queen hen of our property. As you know, there was one night where she was attacked by Friction the rooster, and I brought her and put her in the duck barn. The next night she wanted to go back. That following morning, he attacked her again. So I put her in the duck barn for the whole day because it was a really cold and rainy and just a horrible day. So I left her. I just locked her in there all day long. Of course, she had windows. She could see. She had food. She had water. She had snacks. She had some Timothy hay as a bedding for her. And so last night, I really was praying. I was like, please, please, Elizabeth, go to the place where I provided. And right when the sun was down, I went out and looked, and she was laying right there where I wanted her. She did not move. I untied the door because it flops. So I untied the door and I locked her in. This morning, the first thing I did when I walked outside was I opened that door and tied it off. And she eventually came out, and I gave her a little snack of breakfast. And I think that's where she's going to go. So what I have to do is clean that little area out. It's been a junk hole for a while. I had some raised skid planters in there that we put in there years ago, and I really need to clean that out. And what I might do is give her a friend or two to stay in there with her. I know Friction or Frazzle would probably love to come up here and live again. And I would love Frazzle to be up there. So if her and Frazzle get along really well, I might bring Frizzle back up here or Frazzle back up here, and I'll just put a door on that area so that way they can have a little run, and then they can come out of there every day if they want to. But Frazzle will have to learn to be there rather than running all the way back to the barn. She is so funny. All right. I've got a lot to do. I gave the Great Danes their peanut butter bones. So, pardon me, a hiccup. I gave them peanut butter bones so I could come out here and do this. And I'm also setting up everything that I need when I come out to do my chores in a little bit. I am going to go and check those chickens before I go back in. Those little babies. Oh my God, I can't believe they're like flying up on top of this thing and getting out. So I'm going to try to see if everybody's okay for a while. I'm going to let the girls out, let them play for a couple hours, take them in and out, and then put them back in. And then go out and do some major chores, clean that stall, get it set up, get those girls moved over there, get their food, get their water. And it won't be long, they'll be flying out of it. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to cover it. And I got so much to do. Hugs from a distance. Be prepping. Be doing your chores, and incorporate some preps into your chores. Some people say make sure all of your laundry is done. So tomorrow, on my way to this meeting, I will probably stop at a couple places and pick up what I need. But after the meeting, I'm going to go to their local laundromat and do our big comforters and get those all washed up, because summer's coming and we're not going to need them. So I'm going to go ahead and wash them up, put them into a clean garbage bag after they're washed, not right now, and put a couple of dryer sheets in there, tie it up, and put them away for the summer, because we're not going to need to cover up because we don't have air conditioning in that house. Bye, y'all.